How do you still move toward success, move toward the things that you say that you want in your life, even when you don't feel like it? Well, I'm kind of a living, breathing example of it right now. I was on the way, and my goodness, my camera is doing its own thing, but I was on the way to drop my brother off at his hotel. We're all out in Germany right now, and I was fighting sleep. It's late. It is late. We had a long day. We had 2 workouts. We walked around the city. We did a lot of things, and I also had a commitment to make a YouTube video every single day. Every single day. A 10-minute YouTube video like this one. And it's past 2 a.m. It's going on 3 a.m. I haven't made that video yet. We're still out and about. But the little things, the little decisions that you make when you don't feel like it, and a lot of people think it's just discipline. A lot of people think it's, you push through. But you have to put yourself in a position to make it simple to push through. Because guess what? I'm fighting sleep. My eyelids are getting heavy. Every bone in my body wants to just go to bed and go to sleep, or just fall asleep right here in the passenger seat. But guess what? I had my camera with me, and I had it on my lap the entire time, or in my hands. So the odds of me not turning this camera on and talking to you, very slim. Very slim, because I put myself in a position to where I had to not only not record the video, but I had to take this camera back all the way inside and not use it. The intention, right? People talk about intention. People talk about manifesting. And I've talked about this in a video before. If I can think of it, I will link my video on the topic of manifestation. But people talk about this, right? Set the intention. And you just think it means, I'm going to do this. I intend to do this. Right? I intend to make a YouTube video every single day. Me saying that is great. It's the first step. But are you living those words? For me, taking this camera with me into this car was living these words, because it put me in a position to actually fulfill my intention, to actually make good on the words that I said. If I would have waited till I got home to try and start to film this video, a lot of roadblocks. There are people sleeping. Right? There's maybe not as good of lighting, whatever, right? Obviously, the lighting isn't perfect. This is a red light that we're stopped at, and I'm using the light that's supposedly illegal to turn on while you're driving. But hey, I'm getting it done. My dust allergy is kicking, but I'm feeling the momentum already. I'm feeling myself just making progress, and I'm proud of myself already. The video's not done, but me taking that small step and deciding to take the camera with me put myself in a position, it put me in a position to be able to turn my attention into reality, which is this video. So you might not need more discipline. You might not need more willpower. You might not need these things that you feel like you lack. You might just need to make smarter decisions. Another great example is, right, we have something in our household called the snack drawer. Snack drawer is what I basically invented to help me to be more disciplined with my snacking and eating habits. So the best policy is to not have any snacks in your house at all. But that feels pretty lame, pretty boring. You feel like you're just a boring adult doing that. And I don't want to feel like a boring adult. I want to feel like a fun adult, right? Minus the drinking and clubbing and partying and all that. I want to feel like I'm still young, and I want to have some snacks and some goodies around. But at the same time, I don't want to sit there and eat those every single day. So what do? We hide them away in a place that we know where the snack drawer is, but the snack drawer is so far away from the other food that we don't see it. When we open up the refrigerator, we don't see all the snacks. When we open up our normal pantry, we don't see the snacks. So it's not like, oh well, you know what? I could do an Oreo. I could eat an Oreo, 2 Oreos. Because the thing is, you're always going to be able to eat 1 or 2 Oreos. And 1 or 2 Oreos a day over a lifetime, that makes a difference. Right? A handful of candy, that makes a difference. If you're doing that every day, 1 candy bar a day, on top of whatever you're eating, it could be the difference between you gaining and losing weight. That's the simple truth. So, knowing yourself is pretty much the bottom line here. I know myself. I know that even me, when I get tired, my willpower, it plummets. And I felt it here on this car ride. But my willpower increased because I knew, hey, it doesn't take much for me to turn this camera on. It doesn't take much for me to make this video right now. I have the SD card. The SD card has enough storage space on it. The camera has enough battery. The camera's in my hands. And I have the time on my hands to make the video. Okay, I didn't have a video idea when I turned the camera on. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I just knew I was feeling tired and I wanted to talk about that feeling and, yeah, me showing up anyway. That's it. I'm a professional basketball player, and from the outside looking in, if you see my training, you're going to think, oh man, like how does this dude get himself to do this every single day? How does he have the willpower, the discipline to say, I'm going to do this? The truth is, it's not willpower or discipline. It's me putting myself in the right position. If you had to go outside into a separate house just to brush your teeth, you probably wouldn't brush your teeth that much. But your toothbrush is sitting right there, available for you. It's sitting right there, ready for you to brush your teeth. It's pretty convenient. So you do decide to brush your teeth. The snack drawer is out of reach, out of sight, out of mind. The likelihood of you getting snacks on a daily basis out of the snack drawer is a lot less than the pantry, which you're going to open up a lot more. This is basic stuff, knowing yourself, because me, I know myself. If I see some Red Velvet Chips Ahoy cookies in there, then I'm probably going to eat one if I'm not just stuffed to the brim. Whew, and you can see the exhaustion. But that had to go. That yawn had to get out. If I see donuts in the refrigerator, yeah, I'm going to get me a donut. Or I'm going to be very tempted to, and I'm going to use a lot of energy. I'm going to have to fight myself. You want to be in a situation where you're in tune with yourself, where you're not worried about having to fight against your own self. Because if you're at war with yourself, how in the world can you go out into the world and make things happen? If you're driving with 1 foot on the gas and 1 foot on the brake at all times, it's going to be tough. So you got to know yourself. You got to know, hey, in these situations, this is how I react. But if I have this, then it's going to make things easier. If I do this beforehand and plan ahead when it comes to that, then it's going to put me in a better position to do what I need to do. That's a simple formula. That's what a lot of people miss. And a lot of times, success is not about what you are doing. It's about what you're not doing. Right? It's not about doing more. It's about sometimes cutting out certain things that you do. Take weight loss. We'll go back to weight loss and fitness and nutrition. Right? It's not necessarily about eating more broccoli and more vitamins and so on and so forth. That helps. It's great. It's amazing. But a lot of times it's about cutting out certain foods. The fistful of walnuts that you throw on your salad that you barely even taste, right? That's something that it has a lot of calories. Walnuts are known to have a lot of calories. So if you're throwing them on the salad, yeah, it tastes healthy what you're eating. It looks healthy, but at the same time, you have maybe between 3,000 and 5,000 extra calories that you're not even counting. And that's the difference between gaining weight while eating healthily and losing it. That small recognition, less being more, right? And that's something that I struggled to believe when I was younger, because I always was after more. As an aspiring professional athlete at the time, thankfully I'm on the other side of that, but that doesn't mean I'm not still aspiring for other things within the game. But at that point where I was trying to become a professional basketball player, yeah, I was focused on adding stuff. I was focused on bringing in the next thing to what I was doing on the court, instead of saying, okay, hey, like, there are certain mistakes that I'm making on a regular basis that if I can cut those out, it's going to put me in a better position to it's going to put me in a better position to goodness, it's going to put me in a better wow. Yeah. It is going to put me in a better position to succeed. Right? Just cutting out small things. Not leaving open gummy bear bags right next to the bed. Because I know myself. And I'm getting to know myself better every single day. And that's a part of this process of me just sharing my thoughts every single day with you, is me getting to know myself better. But I also know and a lot of people see it in a negative way, but I also know myself well enough to know that, hey, if I take the camera with me and I have it in my hands for the entire duration of the drive there, on the drive back, there's a good chance of me doing what I said I was going to do every single day. And that's all I'm trying to help you do. As I share my thoughts, as I share my experiences, as I share these videos, I'm just trying to help you to be who you say you want to be, who you say you can be, who you say you deserve to be. So if there's anything that you feel like I can help you more with, that I should talk about more, that you haven't heard me talk about, that you would like to see me talk about, make sure you're letting me know that in the comments. And yeah, I'm just extremely proud of myself for showing up, because I didn't feel like it. And the reason I was able to do that is because I worked ahead and I knew myself and just put myself in a position to succeed. It's they're very small decisions, but they add up over a lifetime. So that being said, I just want you to remember that in that lifetime, the best is always yet to come. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which you should find right here, and the option to subscribe and help me get some sleep. No, I'm kidding. But hopefully next time you'll see me a little bit more well rested. That's right here. I'll see you wherever you choose to see me next.